veterans. You served your country honorably once while you wore the cloth of our nation. We are asking you to wear it again proudly as a member of the American Legion of Oklahoma. The American Legion is part of the nation's largest and most influential network of veterans, families, and communities, from budget hearings to baseball diamonds, from combat outposts to children's hospitals. Together, we make a difference. The American Legion provides life-changing assistance and guidance for veterans, military personnel, their families, and communities in thousands of ways each and every day around the world. Help comes in the form of personal assistance, cash grants, donated goods, disaster relief, labor, networking, volunteerism, and advocacy. The American Legion is for God and country, but the American Legion is also for you. Please contact a local post today.
Hey, Tokelahoma, it's Tracy.
And Larry Reed, the man on weed. And here we are we're in the midst of an awesome cannabis conversation. Yes. And this is actually take two, because last week we had some audio difficulties, and we're back here with Josh Gratton and Chef Tony from Be Elevated, and it's going to be another spectacular show. And so we were talking about I have a loved one that it's got an issue with RSO, and we were talking about how people are dosed with it and things of that nature. And since the science hasn't really been here yet, we're plowing new fields, and Josh has done just an amazing job with some of the stuff, and that's your cue to take it from there. So.
Sure. With RSO specifically, the large problem is it's largely unbioavailable, like with most orally consumed products. We did blood tests in R&D that found most products top out around 27 to 30% bioavailable. Meaning if you eat 100 milligrams, you're only utilizing about 30 of that, and the rest gets excreted over time. And so what we've done is looked for ways to increase that bioavailability by increasing, total systemic time with the time-released eco capsules. But specifically, the conversation we were having, to tie back to that real quick, a lot of people are now learning the benefit of using RSO or FECO topically as well to provide directed relief.
Don't we have some?
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we do right there. Look at
Yes.
that.
So this is our RSO bee leaf lotion.
Yes.
It is.
You put some on.
And so before I got here, my timer was out on my banger, and so I had to reach and get it, and I got the banger jumped there. And so I got this blister rising up. You can kind of see it. I don't know if you catch it on film. Let's see. Bring it into blister cam. I don't know if you can see it there, but it's definitely there, and it's such a great relief to have this wonderful topical.
Yeah.
And what is in this topic? If you go onto the Grindr page, I'm on there talking with Remy about because when he told me about it, it was a miracle to my ears, because I had been involved with RSO before, and it ends up sticking to you like bubble gum if you don't have a good way to deliver it. And so we'll leave that right out in front where it should be, because that's really the star and not me. So it's just great that you have it in a topical like that.
And we're working on a futurization of that moves towards an all organic or natural base that's actually made out of a couple of different types of citrus peels. Because pretty much everybody uses the standard, coconut, shea type bases, just for the stability and lack of irritation on the skin. But we haven't really looked into ways to drive further potentiation, to get the medication deeper to bone level. These are things that we just continually need to advance, because the science behind it's definitely advanced,
Yeah, and we're just on the tip of the iceberg. And another innovation that they have over there at Be Elevated, Ryan and Drew have put together, it's just an awesome superstar team, is Chef Tony, who's got some awesome products too that you're innovating with, right?
Yes. Hi, I'm Chef Tony. Been cooking for 20 plus years, and I just kind of found my way into the cannabis industry.
We're glad you did.
Yeah.
The first thing I kind of tackled was Ryan and Drew wanted some gummies, so we came up with the cherries and berries.
Yes.
Pass those around. So that's kind of our staple, and then of course, Josh has kind of inspired me to become more innovative and progressive. So we came up with breast strips that are currently still under construction. We're still working out some kinks, literally. But this is a quick delivery system, no sugar, non-GMO, and super user friendly.
Definitely. Throw it in your pocket,
Yeah.
It's like a breast strip.
Exactly.
Well, that's it. And we also were entering into a world where, especially in Tokelahoma, where we have the ability to innovate products like this that create solutions for people. Like right there, I think of the pediatric care of children in school and things like that, and the ins and outs of having a child on cannabis. I think they should all be on cannabis. But anyway, that's a different story. The to deliver the medicine like that so easy and stuff. That.
And it's really, Oklahoma's really blessed to be the wild west of that. In that, we've actually got patients now that are allowing us to utilize their blood work to formulate products to their body, not just to a disease or not just to a price point, but actually to you. What is it that you layer you're going through? And the more that the medical community is willing to work with us there, we're able to literally make apothecary alchemy formulations that are designed to help your body heal itself, even if because of the FDA we can't say that it heals you.
Right.
Whatever.
Right. And there you go. So we'll be right back with Josh, Chef Tony, my wonderful co-host Tracy, and Zane on the ones and twos holding it down out there, making it all happen out here. So we'll be right back.
Oklahoma veterans, you served your country honorably once while you wore the cloth of our nation. We are asking you to wear it again proudly as a member of the American Legion of Oklahoma. The American Legion is part of the nation's largest and most influential network of veterans, families, and communities, from budget hearings to baseball diamonds, from combat outposts to children's hospitals. Together, we make a difference. The American Legion provides life-changing assistance and guidance for veterans, military personnel, their families, and communities in thousands of ways each and every day around the world. Help comes in the form of personal assistance, cash grants, donated goods, disaster relief, labor, networking, volunteerism, and advocacy. The American Legion is for God and country, but the American Legion is also for you. Please contact a local post today.
Hey, Tokelahoma, it's Tracy.
And Larry Reed, the man on weed. And we are definitely on the weed here today as we're back with our friends from Be Elevated. And the conversation in between the break was the difference between the different products out here. We're talking about Chef Tony and his innovations out there, and we see a lot of the distillate, the full spectrum distillate, the infused, and so how does companies like that, because we're grateful for all of the experience and the medicine that they're creating, right? Definitely. But we also got to make sure that you stay in business. Mm-hmm. So that's tell us a little bit more about how the Be Elevated goes about especially with these, right? These are kind of innovative to the product line than what we were normally used to.
Sure. Do you want to take that one or you want to?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to brag on Chef Tony here a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of products in the market, specifically in the gummy subset, that are simply store-bought gummies that are then dosed with a distillate. I mean, we even have them at BeeElevated. We have our worms and our octopus that are just pre-made gummies that are then dosed with a precise amount of distillate. Nothing wrong with that. However, that's become the standard. And so when we set out to make a new gummy, Chef Tony wanted to make sure that he was actually making something, because once you just buy something from somebody else, you have no control of the quality that went into it, the manufacturing. You're just assuming because it's a big company that's on a shelf nationally that it's safe. We're making medicine. So we said, hey, let's tackle this a more direct way. Chef Tony came up with his own gummy recipe. So this is where the difference would come in. You got dosed versus infused. Did you drop something on it and allow it to soak in, and now we're calling it medicine? Or did you make it? Did it become part of it on a bound or molecular level? And so that's really the difference with Chef Tony's cherries and berries there, is they are an infused gummy. So it provides to where that medicine is equally dispersed throughout the product. Whereas with a dosed product, if you're just dropping a couple drops of distillate on it, then that part of that gummy will be dosed. But what happens if you eat half of that gummy and there wasn't any of the drop on that one? Mm-hmm. And so, it requires more precision and attention to detail, but we found that it allows us to make clean and efficient medicine by doing that.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you.
And you can find all their products on your favorite weed app and all that kind of stuff, and follow them on the Instagram on BeeElevated.
BeeElevatedOK.
BeeElevatedOK. Get yourself some of that RSO lotion. And we go back to the blister game. I think I'm shrinking actually in the blister world, because that's really one of the tricks on the burn, right? Is to keep it from blistering.
Honestly, any physical ailment that you can feel on a surface level, I put RSO lotion on right away. I get done working out, and the next day my legs are sore after leg day, I'll slather some RSO lotion on there. We have an endocannabinoid system that's designed to promote homeostasis or self-healing. So the more that we give ourselves that steady stream of medication, the more our body heals itself, even on like an intra-workout or between little bong or dab injuries like Lily runs into.
But so we do a lot of the work with the vets and all that stuff, and that's some of the stuff that we're bringing in there that we're going to do for Hemplahoma.
Yes.
That's going to come up in the Halloween weekend out there in Collinsville. All vets are more than welcome to come for free. We're going to have some great education. We're going to convince Ryan and Drew to come on out, and
we'll be there.
All that. They don't know that. We'll make sure you guys are definitely on there too. And so that really gives them an opportunity, the vets, to be able to see
For
some of this
free.
RSO kind of stuff.
I have a friend whose dad was a former DEA agent that went to church a month ago and told the other church members about his weed lotion. So we're clearly breaking some stigmas and moving forward,
Right.
Yes.
I love it.
And you should move forward with these gummies. What are the name of the gummies again?
Berries and cherries.
Berries and cherries.
Yes. And then we also have a line of chocolates. The one that we brought today is horchata. It's basically white chocolate cinnamon with cookie butter filling.
Yes.
It's
football season, so that's
like,
in the end zone for
like if Cinnamon Toast Crunch and white chocolate had a baby in your mouth.
Right, yeah. Put the cereal in there.
Well, there's always that. Huh? That's the. And so what other? So we see that, and so what other products you got cooking up over there?
In the R&D pipeline, we've got Chef Tony's breast strips that we're just at this point we're trying to figure out how much can we put in them and have them be stable and efficient.
Right.
We've also got a psychoactive topical coming soon that you can apply to certain parts and get an actual head change. For the people that need immediate relief from neurological symptoms. A lot of our pains are not always physical, and sometimes those particular patients are missed. Right. We have got a THC, not THCA, but THC suppository coming in a few weeks as well that's in final testing. That, again, I'm not trying to specifically release stuff that's all highly psychoactive, but there is a large gap of full spectrum people that need mental relief. At that point, when you get to high dose, everybody's like, hey, let's just distillate it out and make 1,200 and 2,000 milligram chocolate bars, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But we wanted to look at it from hey, let's take this from a clean place and an efficient place, not just an affordable place.
Right.
So, and then of course we've got everything from pre-rolls to glass tip blunts to our infused honey, topicals, tinctures, stimulant sprays, water soluble pow, time release cannabis in a capsule. What am I forgetting? Concentrates and flour.
What are these?
Those are our eco capsules. That's actually, I've been bragging on Jeff Tony. Yeah, you tell him about that. There we go. We'll switch.
Josh has, through his growth, has found a way to be able to use different oils. Different oils have different digestive rates within the human body. Okay. And so what Josh has done is infuse different oils and then put them in a capsule to deliver it at different phases, right? So for instance, like, I can't remember.
That's the 750.
750. So this is definitely medicine, and it's designed to not hit you all at once, but through a period throughout the day. So you're getting medicine all day long.
Yep. So that particular capsule is the 750. It's our highest dose capsule. It hits in 3 separate waves of 250 milligrams. So the first wave comes on coconut oil, which is the traditional edible oil used for the 11-oxy conversion and first pass metabolism that most people think of as that edible high. The second phase actually occurs on avocado oil. We use that one because it doesn't digest the same rate or location. It actually digests in your portal vein, so the medicine gets in different parts of your body and hits different receptors. And then the third wave is on cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil, and we use that one because it activates your lymphatic system. So especially for anybody that's got a whole body cancer or anything that's hit the lymph nodes, it allows the medicine to go everywhere. In futurizations, we're taking it from 3 waves up to 5 waves. It was just a matter of, we had to get people to understand that time release was possible, get people to understand that this is different from a regular edible, because if you eat one now and eat one an hour later, you are on a ride that's going to last all day. So we had to do this in a way that we did it safely and slowly at first, but now we're hitting that point to where anything is possible. So the favorite one we're working on, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell people this yet, but I will, because, forgiveness permission. We're doing a thing with Arbuckle Tree Farms for strain-specific exclusive capsules.
Oh, yeah.
With their Turple and Mac 1 strains that won awards. So we will be doing strain-specific capsules, and even capsules that start with the sativa to give you more of an uplift for the first part of your workday, even out with a hybrid, and then end with an indica to give you more pain relief at the end of the day. And so it's gas pedal down,
Wow.
That's cool.
Be Elevated on Instagram. Josh Gratton on Instagram, right?
Yeah, Josh Gratton on Instagram or Facebook.
Chef Tony.
At Tony Fu, PHUU.
Yes.
Fantastic, man. I'm blown away, man. I love weeders, man. This is like it's just
too.
Absolutely, it is. It's come on. If you're watching this, you're not in Oklahoma, and you got a weed dream, come on, let's go, man. We're just making it happen here. I'm so grateful.
Literally, a year ago today was the day that I got off of all of my mental health meds and went cannabis only. Today.
Congrats.
So we're going to do another show, because that the whole I met you before, but I didn't meet you before.
Yeah. Even in the last 4 months, I mean,
it's
cannabis changed my life, man. So that's the reason that I chase it the way that I do, is because I'm like, man, literally, if Larry means it, if you have a dream and you can do something with cannabis and nobody will listen to you, come talk to us. Because I come from the G.I. Joe generation. Knowing is half the battle. And the only way we move forward is together.
Yes.
So.
Amen. Grateful. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
There you go. We'll be right back with Kim Hughes.
Empire Genetics is a advanced research program set forth under the 2018 Oklahoma Industrial Hemp Pilot Program, overseen by Northwestern Oklahoma State University. A lot of farmers reach out to us. They've heard about what we're doing and are interested and want to know what they've had growing on their land since they were kids. Oklahoma is very diverse in its weather system, and so these plants have adapted over the last several hundred years to withstand that. A lot of it was brought here by the U.S. Department of the Interior back as part of Hemp for Victory. Hemp for Victory was brought about with the loom of the coming World War. We knew that we were going to have to produce a very large amount of hemp to rig the ships for their sailing, for their ropes, for their anchors, also clothing, sailors' hats, our flags, everything is made from hemp. Marijuana wasn't made illegal until 1969. The USCSA classed marijuana in with other dangerous narcotics such as heroin, cocaine, and methamphetamines. The campaign to slander cannabis began back in the 20s, mainly with William Randolph Hearst and the paper mills. Then that transgressed into big oil. Later in the 30s and 40s, really gained steam. By late 1937, the Congress passed the Marijuana Tax Act, which grouped industrial hemp in with marijuana. After that, they gave the differentiated names, hemp, marijuana. While farmers were still allowed to grow, taxes were raised so heavily that it made it difficult, especially for lower income farmers. In 1940, when Hemp for Victory came to Oklahoma, they actually used Oklahoma as a test plot. Several genetics were shipped in from all around the world to see what would grow best on American soil, since Oklahoma has such a diverse climate. And it's very hard to find a lot of documentation on that. We know there was a lot of places, obviously, that were involved, or we wouldn't be finding cannabis in every county in Oklahoma. Hempire Genetics, sowing the seeds of the past to grow a better future for everyone. Visit us at hempiregenetics.com or on our social media pages at Hempire Genetics.
I need to know what's the ETA. I had to hustle, I don't know no easy way.
Hey, Tokelahoma, it's Tracy.
And Larry Reed, the man on weed. And here we are back with Tokelahoma. And if you saw the other thing, come to think, we need more people in the weed army. And there's so many different divisions out there. There's which is why I love working with Tracy, because she gives me that discipline of the military regiment, because we are in a battle. And so we've got of course, the BeeElevated crew that was here just doing that. And then we have Kim Hughes from Cannabis Awareness Coalition, who I can't believe I remembered actually how to say that properly right there. I did. You did it. And you do such a wonderful job in creating just awareness out there. Tell us a little bit more. I'm going to be your MC at a High in Heels, which I'm absolutely ecstatic about. So tell them all about that.
We are going to have a High in Heels art auction, formal dinner night. And like Larry said, we're very honored to have him as the MC.
Oh, I'm grateful to be a part of it.
We have limited seating. Everything is going to cannabis research, different ongoing programs that we're supporting, and upcoming things that you are doing is so amazing that we definitely need to get with BeeElevated on some of the
absolutely. We're always down to collab on research.
Yeah, I mean, like seriously, very awesome work, very awesome.
Yeah, because that's really what the whole mode is here, is to bring the people that are ailing into the mix. Besides the mental and the camaraderie that we establish here, all kind of moving for the goal, is really to find that medicine, to find that and Steve Miller comes into my mind the most, right? So, we both share the same affliction, and he's talking about brain surgeries and things like that. Yeah. But we still are so far in the cannabis that it's like, man, somebody get into that, and that's the kind of stuff that will, the money that we need.
We do. We need to have money in the research. If they have documented research done to where we know what it helps with. I mean, like the things that everybody has learned about terpenes in general from when I was younger. Yeah. Like, we knew nothing.
Yeah, we knew turpentine.
Yeah,
they told you not to sniff that. So when they're like, "Here, have some terps," it's like, "Yo."
I mean, so somebody where they could say something made them paranoid. Well, if they would have known strain-specific things that helped them for their ailment, that would have helped. You know, I mean, like so much. And when you said you think all children should have, I agree, because we have an endocannabinoid system that needs to be fed. And if we start feeding it as children, we would probably have so many less ailments out there because our bodies would have stayed in overall homeostasis our whole lives. So I mean, it's a racket how they took that stuff away from us.
I got some good friends in Colorado. We might have been at a table one night talking about all kinds of wild stuff, but the gentleman sits down who runs his car on French fry oil, starts talking about how the hemp used to be in our food chain and how they used to feed the cows it, and then we would have the milk and we would have it would go through us. We weren't, when I say, you know, kids should have cannabis, I'm not talking about, you know, hanging out with me and waking bacon in the morning, but more so of it being that one of your daily allotments of vitamins and minerals.
Yes, should be. Hemp seed in general should be.
Yeah.
It's so nutritious. I mean, over 400 nutrients, vitamins and nutrients are just in hemp seed. I mean,
right. It's got all the 11 amino acids to sustain life in them and all that.
Amino acids.
And that's why, and then, you know, like to break, we're out here, that's one of our biggest things is breaking stigmas. We like to bring things to family. We like to have family events. Our High in Heels is not a family event. It's a formal, for everyone event, though. It's not just for cannabis. It's not like a smoke out fest.
Right.
We're breaking stigmas. We're bringing awareness to the research that needs to be done, so everybody is welcome. We have amazing artists who are donating art. All of the proceeds go to the research, which is great. But just like you talking, breaking stigmas is listening to these fine gentlemen talk so scientifically about cannabis in general, breaking stigmas on the old hothead.
Oh, yeah.
Burnout all the way. I mean, I don't know some college, you know, people who have never smoked cannabis that even know half as much as what I just heard here. So
For real.
You usually have to call those officers. So it's a crazy thing like that, and they're usually uptight and stringent. But
True.
but we see that cannabis, it's a universal truth, and that people eventually, whether through need or it's mainly through need, is really that's what shows up. Somebody's dying, somebody's taking a wicked injury, something like that, and they go to cannabis and they weren't a believer and they change it, and that's what we're going to do at the. So if you're an artist or something like that and you want to participate, how do we do that?
You can get a hold of me, or Larry can direct you to me, or Tracy can, anybody can. Cannabis Awareness Coalition at gmail.com. You can email that. Just tell us that you're interested and we will get to you. And pick up your art.
Yeah.
We have a guy who is a it's not Matchbox. What's the other one?
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. He repaints the Hot Wheels, and he's donating his Scooby Doobies car for our art auction as well. It's not just canvas art that we have here. We've got a ceramic corset art that's being donated and stuff like that. So awesome.
And the beauty that you are, and not only create out there in the world as you're a stylist also, you can imagine this event is going to be Pimp Daddy.
Yes.
It's going to be super awesome, and we look forward to that. You got an Instagram, right? Is there an Instagram on it, or just a Facebook page?
Facebook page.
Instagram going to be happening any day now, right?
I know, yes, it needs to be happening. And the thing is our person that handles this has been in jail on everything.
Oh.
So,
Facebook jail.
Yes,
right?
yes. I want to say, if you're not into the formal thing, there's also other great family-oriented events. We have Cannabeats coming up October 1st through the 3rd, which is in Red Rock Canyon. Total family education as well.
Let me jump in on that. If you're going to go, that's Saturday night, right? We understand it's a 3-day event, so always tough for people. The eye candy that is that canyon. Saturday night, we're going to make a fest go on there. We've got a tremendous music lineup. It's one of the best music lineups that's been put together. Of course, Epidemic Outrage, Johnny Potseed are going to close the night out for us. We've got Bebo and the Evil Doers. If you haven't heard Bebo, he plays a wicked blues guitar, and it's just fantastic. And then she's done there's red hot chili pepper sounds on through the day, and that's really the focus, is that Canna Beats.
Yeah.
Is that the focus being on that music there. And so if nothing else, come out Saturday night, and it's going to be it's going to be fantastic. And just to see it looks like Mars out there.
I can't wait. I missed it last year. Got to hear all about it afterwards. I was so jealous. So I'm really excited to be part of it this year to help and stuff. So
yeah, if you want to jump in on that, the booth cost is only $250. It gets you a camping site, gets your names on the banners, the tees. You get a bunch of tickets to give away.
Yeah, you do, and they did just drop down the sponsorship packets to 40%, I think, off the sponsorships.
So the booths
as
are
well.
$250, for all weekend.
And patients, it's $40 to camp all weekend.
Well, that's not bad at all.
Yeah,
for all weekend.
For all weekend camping. And I believe if you buy early, it's $15 for the day. If you don't want to camp, there's a 11 o'clock curfew out there, so it's pretty much going to tone down a little bit. If you don't have the ability to camp or do anything like that, there's the day ticket, and then that's $15 all weekend.
It's really great family.
And that's just one $15 thing. So if you want to come out Saturday night, you want to see some great music, cost $15, come on out, have a great time.
Yeah, Epidemic Outrage alone is worth $15.
Yeah,
all day,
all
day.
Yeah.
So
what other great events do we have? That's
well, we're already starting to plan for the Walk for Cannabis Awareness for next year. We are actually bringing in other states. We realize that it's really hard, so many events, and with the sponsorship packages and stuff, for people to be involved. So we have decided to offer like a 6-month payout on sponsorship stuff, trying to make it easier for people to be a part of it, and that want to be a part of research but can't really do it. I mean, our businesses have all taken a toll during COVID and stuff, so we all got to help each other out in some way, right?
We're cycling in the industry for sure.
Yes, but I love that we're bringing in other states. We have Mississippi right now for sure as one that is where I've got Trina with Can Accounting there is going to be holding that one up.
And then we've got the Midwest Women's Conference coming in a few weeks here in Oklahoma City too.
The suicide awareness march. We are going to be at also helping out Terry
Rawls from Nibbernaties.
Nibbernaties. Yes.
Yes. Definitely Suicide Prevention Month.
Yeah.
And then I heard a rumor that somebody was planning it like a speed dating event here in Oklahoma City for a month or two down the road.
Yes.
I don't know. We'll have to hear more about that next time.
Yes. We definitely
speed dating. You know, the toothless people hanging out there.
Hey.
It's cannabis speed dating, so everyone needs to be medicated. So it'll be a good time.
Candidate. But I found women to be more sensible when they're on cannabis, and maybe that's not such a good idea.
I think you might want to
it might be though. I mean,
Versus alcohol, it's all different kind of twist, right?
It's a totally different vibe.
Right.
Second date, you have to do completely unmedicated. See if you're compatible. No.
Right. Yes.
The dating thing, cough or get off.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know, just thinking.
The first time that I ever smoked with my former mother-in-law, she looked at me and she goes, "Did you get off?" And I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "I said, did you get off?" And I'm like, "Well, no, but if she's in the mood later." I did not realize that people from a previous generation, that meant get high.
Oh, yeah, I meant that.
Yeah. There you go. And that's so don't forget to go to High and Heels over there on the Facebook. The follow Kim Hughes. What's the best way to follow you? And
Kim Hughes or Kimmy Cannabis. You can find me either way. Hair Sesh with Kim. I'm out there several different ways. If you can't find me one, look behind another.
Yeah.
And thanks to everybody that came out to the bake sale last weekend.
Yes, thank you so much. We had some community support. It was really nice, and Love Buds in general. They're also one of our High and Heel sponsors. I want to do a shout out to those: Dana's Green Depot, Oklahoma Native Roots, Red Bison.
Love Red Bison.
Love Buds, and I know I'm going to get the initials wrong. KSDC. Those are our 5.
KSDC.
And they all
And then
sound
the
like
Amazing Larry
veteran
Reed.
owned. Are they all
Well, I know
veteran
Brett
owned?
Bison,
I think Love Buds is. I think Brett
Love
Bison
Buds
is.
yes.
I saw that on a list. It seems like
It really
the
does
first one's
seem
to
like this.
volunteer.
That's that.
And Dana's an old football player for.
Cool.
I've got to say the right college or I'll get in trouble. But I'm really bad at that thing. But Dana's he's an old football player for college. So
For college.
yeah,
Cool.
In college.
college.
A
Not
really
in
awesome
Oklahoma.
college.
Yeah, an awesome college.
So you
But
just mess it up on purpose to be like the OSU Sooners, right?
I know it's a Louisiana what I think. I think.
Oh man.
We'll follow up with that.
I will
pretty
follow up.
soon.
Sorry, Dana.
So, but definitely, thanks to everybody that came out.
Yes.
We appreciate y'all.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Tracy, you got anything?
Peace.
What do you got? You got any
Nothing.
announcements, anything like that?
No.
It's getting to be we got breakfast this
Yeah,
month,
Saturday.
right? What is it? Saturday. This
Yeah,
Saturday
7 to noon.
out there at the American Legion
Yes.
Post 12.
Yes.
Yes.
Come see us.
Come on out, come meet Bart and all the rest of the guys. Show your support as we see the vets being the first ones to volunteer to create cannabis awareness.
Yes.
Like, yo, let's go, civvies. You know, let's
Exactly.
do our part. And so we're all grateful. I'm Larry Reed, the man on weed. Thanks to my mom and dad, made it all possible. Good night, love you. Peace and chin grease. Don't forget to smoke weed every day.
Every
We
day.
are out of here.
Okay.